I'm Mike, I'm with the urbanbadger.com, and today we're going to be talking about water treatment, water filtration, and water purification, and what the difference is between the three. I have several different items here that do all three of those things. The first thing we're going to talk about is water treatment. Water treatment doesn't remove the microorganisms from the water, it simply kills them. That includes using bleach, iodine, boiling, or a product like this, which is going to be a water treatment tablet. Usually you put 1 per liter in, so you could actually take a canteen, drop 1 pill in there, fill it up with water, and then be able to drink it. The problem with these is these take up to 4 hours to become effective. So once you put that tablet in the water and you fill it up, you have to wait up to 4 hours for that water to be drinkable. So you have to be really disciplined if this is going to be the treatment you're going to use. The next thing we're going to talk about is for water that you're only worried about microorganisms like Giardia or cysts, things like that. This is just a filter water bottle. It has a removable filter. You can fill this up out of a stream or a pond, anything. You put the filter in the top, screw the lid back on, get a good tight seal. When you flip this up and you squeeze the bottle, you're going to push water through the filter and you're actually going to remove those microorganisms. This is a water filter. This will remove the biologics but not chemicals. When you're looking at a larger application like camping or a survival situation, you have the option of using a hand pump filter like this one. This one happens to be a first need. It also has a replaceable filter, so it lasts a really long time, and it actually comes with a small gravity feed bag. You can drop this snorkel into any type of water and hand pump it into a water bottle, which will actually fit onto the back. I could take this same water bottle, screw it right in here, and I could pump right into that water bottle. These things come in a lot of different sizes. Katadyn makes another really good series of them. Then from there we go to actual water purifiers. Water purifiers is something that's going to take out not only biologics but actually chemicals as well. So what we really come down to is ceramic and charcoal filters. The first one we're going to talk about is this ceramic filter. This ceramic filter goes in between 2 5-gallon buckets or larger, and you can actually use this as a gravity feed system. The important thing to remember with this is you have to make sure that the medium inside is loose when you use it each time. To do that, you're going to grab the base so it doesn't come detached, and you're going to shake it until you hear the medium moving around inside. As soon as you hear the medium moving, you know it's loose. You're going to get a good filtration. It also comes with a sediment sock that would actually fit over the top of it if you had mud or dirt in the water. One of my favorites out right now is one that you can get at almost any home store. You would use it in your house, you can use it camping, you can use it just about anywhere, and it's this pure water tank right here. It's got an internal filter. It's a charcoal filter. This one actually reduces all the taste and odor out of the water, as well as removing all the biologics and some industrial chemicals. This one is an actual purifier. It pulls out even the chemical contaminants. The last one we're going to talk about today is actually the one that's going to take out the most contaminants out of all of these, and it uses these Berkey filters. Everything on the back of this box is a chemical that is removed, or an organism that is removed by these Berkey filters. These are the black Berkeys, and we're going to use these today to make a British Berkefeld gravity feed water purifier. First thing we're going to need is 2 food grade buckets of any size. You can use up even 55-gallon drums would work. Now I've already drilled these for the spigot and the filter, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to assemble it. What you need is a drill or some means of making the holes, a 3/4 inch spade bit, and a 1/2 inch spade bit. The first thing you're going to put in is going to be the spigot. This is a 3/4 inch hole, about 1 inch from the bottom. Your spigot, you can get them from a lot of different sources that they're going to come with 2 rubber gaskets, your spigot, and a nut. first thing we want to do is we're going to put our first gasket onto the spigot. It's going to go right through the hole. The next gasket goes on the back side of your spigot. And then the nut goes on. You want to make sure that this is good and tight, but don't get it so tight that you strip it out. Because the water that's in here is already going to be filtered. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of air leak, you just don't want to have it dripping out the bottom. But if you get it too tight, you'll actually break your spigot. Let's make sure that it's pretty much straight up and down. The next thing we have is our top bucket. The top bucket, I've drilled a half-inch hole in the bottom of the bucket and the lid that goes onto the top of the bottom bucket. This is going to sit just like that. Next, I need my filter, and this is what that filter is going to look like. It's got a wing nut and a filter over this threaded bar. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to stick it through the holes. I'm going to tip it up. I want to make sure that I don't let the filter flop around in there. I want to hold it nice and steady and put the wing nut on. The rubber gasket that's inside is going to seal it up. And that water is going to filter through the charcoal stack, down through the middle, and fill our bottom bucket up. If you're worried about a lot of heavy commercial chemicals, they make a secondary filter that actually screws onto the bottom of that black Berkey. This one will get out fluoride, arsenic, and heavy metals. It just screws right on instead of the wing nut, and then you'll get a double filter on it. So now we have a British Berkefeld water filter. We're going to put water in the top. It's going to go through that, fill the bottom, and we're going to have clean, drinkable water coming out the bottom. So now we've talked about water treatment, water filtering, and water purifying, what the difference is. If you have any questions, you can feel free to get a hold of me at urbanbadger.com. Just leave me a message and I will get right back to you. Thank you.